Categories of computers and computer languages. I have already given you these notes, but this is just a revised part of it. Classification of computers. The first topic is classification of computers. Let me explain to you classification of computers. There are many different types of computers. It can be laptops or desktops or a lot of computers that we have nowadays. So the computers can be classified according to their sizes, shapes, and processing capabilities. Okay, according to their size, shapes, and processing capabilities. Let's understand about earlier computers. You have already learned in previous class, but let me just revise it with you here. On your screen you will see some early computers, and if you compare it with the present computers now, you would clearly find a difference, okay, between the early computers and the present computers that we use. Earlier the computers were bigger, right? The space that they took was more, and everybody could not operate it, right? Only a person who knows about computer or who knows programming can only use the computers, if you compare it with the present generation computers. Now these are some of the examples of earlier computers that you see on your screen. Now these computers were quite large and complicated. Everybody could not operate it. Now let's understand about new technologies and improvements that have been made in all these years. You see on your screen a laptop, right? Now you can compare it with the earlier computers. Now these desktops are very compact. Nowadays they do not take much space. And the third one, you can see such a smart technology. Now these computers can be classified, like I said, by their sizes, by their processing speed, and the type of data to be processed and cost. Okay, so they can be classified as digital computer, the first one. On your screen is a picture of a desktop. They can be classified as analog computers according to their size, processing speed, type of data to be processed, and cost. Okay, this is an analog computer. And then it can be classified as hybrid computers. Okay, these are hybrid computers. Let's understand about digital computers. What are digital computers? Now a digital computer, it deals with data that can be stored in binary format. You have learned in previous class, right? Binary zeros and ones. So a digital computer, it stores data that is in the form of binary format, 0 and 1, right? And you have learned before what is this 0 and what is 1. And it is a device that manipulates discrete data, a lot of data, and performs a lot of arithmetic and logical operations. Okay, a lot of arithmetic and logical operations. Let me explain to you what does this word discrete data refers to. The data result when the number of possible values is either a finite number. Finite refers to what? Countable numbers, right? Or a countable number of possible values. Then these data can be termed as discrete data, like 0 and 1 and 2 and 3, right? These are countable numbers or finite numbers. So this is what discrete data means. Let us understand about supercomputers. Now these supercomputers are the largest, and they are the fastest computers, and they are the most powerful and most expensive among all the digital computers. And the first supercomputer was built in 1960s for the Department of Defense of the United States of America. That was when the first supercomputer was built in 1960s. Okay, you can see the picture of a supercomputer on the right hand side of your screen. You can see it takes the whole room, very large but very powerful. Supercomputers, they are used primarily for what? For scientific applications and complex calculations. Okay, so that is what supercomputers are used for. Like for example, they are used in the aerospace, they are used in automotives, hybrid cars, they are used in chemical industries, and also medical field, right, for various purposes. They are used in electronic industries. They are also used in petroleum industries, the supercomputers. They are used for weather forecasting, to tell about the weather. They are used for seismic analysis. Okay, so this is an seismic device. I will tell you what is the use of this. Now what it does is it does detailed examination relating to earthquakes or other vibrations of the earth and its crust. So that is the work of seismic device. Now two supercomputers manufactured in India. Let us know about two supercomputers manufactured in India. Param by CDAC. Now what is the full form of Param? Parallel machine. It was developed by CDAC, that is Center for Development of Advanced Computing, India. So this was one of the supercomputers manufactured in India. The next one is PACE, developed by an institution known as Anurag. Now what is the full form of PACE? Processor for Aerodynamic Computations and Evaluation. Okay, that's the full form of PACE. It was developed by Anurag, Advanced Numerical Research and Analysis Group. That is the full form of Anurag. So these are the two supercomputers manufactured in India. Other examples of the supercomputers developed around the world is, you can see on your screen, Cray, GF10, Fujitsu, and CDC. Now let's know something about the world's fastest supercomputer. Okay, this is Summit is the world's fastest supercomputer. And a little bit detail about this supercomputer. Okay, Summit's 4,600 plus servers, which take up size of 2 basketball courts. It is that huge. It takes a space of 2 basketball courts. House more than 9,200 IBM Power 9 processors and over 27,600 NVIDIA Tesla GPUs, graphical processor units. Okay, the system is connected by 185 miles of fiber optical cable. and it consumes enough power to run 8,100 homes. This was developed by IBM. Right, the next one is Tianhe, another supercomputer that is developed by China, and this is capable of performing 3,386 quadrillion calculations per second. That's a lot. It can be used for simultaneous and security applications. I hope you have understood till here. Keep studying and keep learning. You can go back through the video and see it again to understand it much better.